Hello everyone, welcome back to EPIC44. This is qualifiers still, no, sorry, quarterfinals, not qualifiers, what am I saying? Between Aleph and no. Is that correct?
It is Aleph and Junkmaniac.
Why did I say 1-5? Okay, I think something's broken here. But Aleph versus Junkmaniac, quarterfinals match. I, of course, am Eliminate 294, joined by the one and only Doomsday. Yet again, we meet.
Yeah, once again, it's been so long. It's been a solid 24 hours, man. I've been counting them down.
I know, man. It's been way too long. Seed 3 versus Seed 6. We've definitely got two higher seeds on our hands today, and also two non-UK flags.
Yeah, it's really cool to see the international players join in for Epic LAN, and we've had quite a few this time around. And of course, this time they meet two very strong ones as well. Aleph, one of the key players for Spain's World Cup team, making an appearance here against Junkmaniac, who is a very solid tournament player in and of himself. Certainly, I've had quite a bit of experience playing against him on like matchmaking queues and things. He's a very solid player, and he took out Greninja in the last round. I believe it was 5-3. Pretty close matchup there, but managed to navigate that one pretty well. Aleph, on the other hand, had a solid 5-0 against his first opponent, so pretty dominating in his opening match here at Epic. But this one, I think, is going to be a rather stern test for him.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And, you know, with the seedings being so close, that just really goes to show how consistent these players can be across almost everything. Now, it's whether or not people are good at playing into their opponent's weaknesses, right? If we can get some very strong points on some of these people, like maybe 100k, that's what we've been seeing in the past. But in these higher seed games, that's going to be much harder to do because your opponent is just, you know, generally going to be much stronger all around.
Yeah, the skill cap stops becoming less of an issue, I suppose, once you get into the higher seeds. So you can't just pick a map where the other player just cannot play at all. Sometimes we have seen a bit of that, especially on maybe some of the speed picks in double time. There's some brutal picks there that can really hard counter people. The low AR as well, hidden 2, is particularly nasty if you really struggle there. But both these players are well-rounded enough to cover all skill sets pretty well, meaning they should be able to contest pretty much everything here. Although that said, Aleph's skill cap might come into the fore on maps like in those that DT pool. Gold Dust is still open. The other speedy one, Far East Nightbird, is banned by Junkmaniac, and I think that's a very good ban.
There we go. Okay, yeah, so, sorry. DT3 banned, DT1 banned. We do not like DT maps in this pool, very clear.
I think it was Hard Rock 1 banned, actually.
Oh, Hard Rock 1.
From Aleph, yeah, DT1's still open.
Okay, sorry. I misread. But yes, Vespera chosen by Junkmaniac. Junkmaniac getting the first pick. Hopefully his most confident map of the pool.
Yeah, breaking out the tech here. No mod 4, cut stream control, some slider control, but it's not particularly crazy on like those high SV sliders. It does have some of them though, but it's mostly about lower BPM stream aim control, this one, and that suits Junkmaniac pretty well.
Both players doing really okay. Never mind, both players actually missing on the exact same note, but had a very nice intro. Aleph has got the early accuracy lead. Junkmaniac not far behind though, and this map is 2 minutes 30 seconds. One of the shorter maps in the pool, but not too short that it's a huge issue. Junkmaniac, there we go, yet again another miss, and now already a quarter of the way through the map is 50,000 score lead. We're seeing more misses come out.
So far so good here for Aleph. Accuracy on point as well. I'm not dropping too many of those streams on this first map. The nature of this map being those cut streams, it's easy to miss Q1, miss the whole thing and tank your act hard, but no such thing here from Aleph. But Junkmaniac, I think, has had a couple like that and he's put his act down pretty far, unfortunately. But he is recovering nicely, getting into the flow of it just a little bit more now. Yeah,
and Aleph still has that combo halfway through the map, going for the FC. Junkmaniac is trying to bring that back, maybe a slightly easier section. These sliders really don't go into the spinner, into the break. 98%. That's not an FC. Must have missed earlier on. I missed it.
Yeah, that must have been like right at the start.
Yeah, it must have been right at the very start. 98%. Reverse FC choke, maybe on the board. Junkmaniac 94%, but I think he's missed maybe way too many times. The score lead 131,000. Pretty big, but not impossible. He does have the combo. If Aleph does miss sometime soon, there is potential.
There is potential. Aleph's looking rock solid though, but with the ending being one of the harder parts of the map, if it catches him out here, Junkmaniac could still pounce.
Uh-oh.
Lagging a little bit there. Hopefully it's not a DC. I suppose we'll see.
Yeah, Aleph is looking way too strong. I think even if Junkmaniac... Oh, okay. Right, we have to wait for it to sync up. Even if Junkmaniac was performing very well right now, Aleph's still holding on to that combo. 830 now. This would be impossible for a comeback to happen. Obi does find that miss. There we go, right at the end.
Yeah, again, bus slider.
Ah, there we go. 260,000. Junkmaniac not having the best time on these sliders. Proving to be very difficult. Aleph definitely a strong pick for him, and this is what you would be looking for on a first pick. Aleph going in. Wait, this was Junkmaniac's pick.
Yeah, it's a break point. That was like Junkmaniac's first pick.
Aleph looked way too comfortable on it. I thought it was his pick. I don't know. Okay.
Dude I mean, he's just good at
He's just good.
Yeah.
He's just good.
He is. And that's honestly a very good score. The one miss with solid AC. Great way to open up this quarterfinal. I think Junkmaniac, can see why he picked it. He had a nice combo. But unfortunately, dropped a couple too many of those streams, and his AC was down as well. And Aleph simply just played super well on that.
Yeah,
it's hard score to beat.
Straight into DT2 right after it. No time to waste.
Nope.
DT2 are tapping streams. It's kind of got a bit of everything involved, but mainly tapping focus. And Aleph, after playing that last map, getting 500k, almost double Junkmaniac's score, his tapping's pretty good.
It is. This one's, it's in the same ballpark of that tapping and like the rhythm control, except on higher speed and with a lot of stamina as well. Yes, it's less about the aim and the flow style, it's more just about raw finger control.
Yes.
Aleph looks really good there, the AC looks really good. Junkmaniac in chat doesn't seem to be particularly happy about this pick. We'll see if that's a bluff, but I think, again, this suits Aleph well, and I think Junkmaniac's speed isn't his favorite style.
Yeah, and I'm still thinking about that last point. It's such an early break point on the very first map. Junkmaniac, I'm hoping maybe he'll have some better picks as well. Maybe he didn't do so well, but this is a new map. This is Aleph's pick, trying to make it 2-0. Going in with the early lead still, double S-ing. Now, OD is no joke with DT.
Yeah, it's OD8, so it's quite tight accuracy window there. I think OD 9.6 if you can convert it down, which is pretty high. So the accuracy is hard to manage, but at the moment, on the early streams, Aleph looking rock solid. The middle part are where the hardest streams are, though. Some long streams that are quite stamina intensive as well. We'll see if Junkmaniac can keep up with them when we get there.
I mean, already quarter way through the map, 70,000 lead. Junkmaniac, I mean, both players are holding on to that full combo, but this really is the accuracy difference here. If Junkmaniac can hold on to the FC and Aleph misses, okay, well, both players trade right there. I'm pretty much the exact same pattern, but it's not really going to mean so much because Aleph's accuracy is way too strong right now. He can probably afford to miss quite a lot more.
It's 10% of accuracy is paying the bills here
yes.
for Aleph. That is a chasm of an AC difference. That's so much score that Junkmaniac doesn't have. That 100k is all accuracy.
It is the combo difference between these two players is nothing really. Both were FCing, both missing the exact same note, and now we're here. It's only 20 combo of a difference. So yeah, 114,000 score is almost all from accuracy alone. In the last third of the map, I think for Junkmaniac to take this point, Aleph is going to need to really fall apart here, which he's on his A game right now. This seems to be a 2-0 in favor of Aleph.
To be fair, both players dealing with the start and the end very well. That hard section in the middle was the only difference, but combo-wise, bang on. But as I mentioned, Aleph's tapping is far more comfortable on the speed picks here. He's definitely looking superior, and that DT3 ban is looking like a 200 IQ move, because there was no way Junkmaniac would be sniping that looking at this. But honestly, very solid attempt from Junkmaniac on this, given that it was a rather one-sided pick from the start. But again, Aleph really showing up with his skill cap is showing through in this harder pool now.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, Junkmaniac having almost identical combo to Aleph, and I mean, look at the miss count. It's 7 misses more from Aleph, but then the 100 count really makes a difference here. But Junkmaniac, as I was saying, combo, he can be proud of himself for that. This could have been a lot closer, but ultimately it was accuracy that made all the difference. And Junkmaniac now going straight into Hard Rock 2. Maybe have a better time on this than No Mod 4. but it's just whether or not he's comfortable in this. Hard Rock 2 is a lot different than Nomad 4.
It's precision. So going for that precision, and
High
this one
CS.
has high CS precision, and it does have quite a focus on mechanics because it is first half is all basically jumps, aim. Second half is all streams.
Yep.
So even though it is precision, it's not really control based. It's all mechanics, and I think Junkmaniac, especially on Hard Rock, his Hard Rock mechanics are one of his stronger suits. With Hard Rock 1 being banned, picking Hard Rock 2 makes complete sense to me.
Yeah, and I think Junkmaniac at the moment is kind of just testing the waters, right? Playing Nomad 4 didn't go so well, and then after playing the last DT map, you know, I mean, I'm sure that was obvious. It was his opponent's pick, and he's pretty confident on tapping, doing very good. Now he's going into Hard Rock 2, precision, aim. It's a lot different than anything else that's been played so far. He's trying to figure out what can he take. What is Aleph maybe not doing so well on at the moment, and this map is perfect for that, having the first half be aim, the second half be flow, stream aim. So we'll just have to find out, see where Aleph struggles the most. Junkmaniac can potentially take this point on the back of that, and yeah, high CS does not make this any easier.
Now, of course, you've got to bring into the factor here that on a LAN, precision can be a skill set that can be so much worse than when you're playing at home. Some people can adapt to it, but some players really struggle. I know I certainly do. So we'll see how that appears here. Aleph, though, very solid start. A couple misses on these opening jumps from Junk. We put in behind a little bit, but it's only the start. Slow pot, though. So Aleph, if he keeps his nerve, can make that multiplier work a bit in this section.
Yeah, Junkmaniac finding a few misses there. The accuracy is not that far apart. Pretty much the same 100 count. Junkmaniac did miss twice. We are in the slower section. And this combo is doing magic for Aleph right now. Just trying to increase that score lead. And with this map being so short, there's still a lot of time for things to change.
Spin to win.
Spin to win. The impossible spinners.
Yeah.
And then, there we go. The big spitter.
Yeah. Let's see who can deal with the streams then that are coming up here.
The cam before the storm. This is the build. Aleph misses on this section. Okay, that's a bit uncalled for. Look at the score lead now. It's actually shifting over pretty fast. Junkmaniac has worked his accuracy back up. We're down from 40,000 all the way to 20,000 now. There is a little bit of time left for the score to change. We're not in the streams just yet. And Junkmaniac takes the lead, but there's still the outro. Who can hit the streams better? We have seen time and time again where players really fumble on these streams and lose all their score.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Oh, Junkmaniac hitting late. Dropping a lot of ACK, hasn't missed. And he drops the note, a lot of 50s. Aleph taking the lead now, 50k and rising. Not a problem here though for Aleph, no problems on these streams. And he's just snatched that lead right back.
Junkmaniac has finally found his flow. He was getting really good accuracy towards the end there, but ultimately it was the start of the streams that cost him. Aleph missing on the outro, on the aim. And even though, you know, Junkmaniac's pick, that's a second break point. At least now you know Aleph maybe not so strong on the aim. We did see him miss towards the start, on the end there as well on the aim. Junkmaniac did have the lead there in the first half of the map. So Junkmaniac, I know it's Aleph's pick, but at least now you've got an idea what can you pick next. It's not over until it's over, right?
No, not at all. And honestly, that's a great score from Junkmaniac. Nearly 500k is very solid for that pick. But again, Aleph with a 600k, just one-upping him with an even better score. But both players there dealing with that map very well. It's a shame about the streams at the end for Junk, but that's what happens.
Yeah, these things just happen. And Aleph going straight into DT1, DJ Fresh, Gold Dust.
What
and
a banger!
Yeah, you can tell how old this map is. It's got a 5-digit beatmap ID.
I'm not sure which map was uploaded first, whether it was the last one, Placebo Dying, or this. But they're both very old. This is, of course, a Galvanized jump map classic, a very influential mapper. Influenced a lot of what we see in modern maps. But this map is undoubtedly very old school, rather unconventional for modern day players.
This map having some very tricky patterns in it. Junkmaniac already caught off guard by those patterns. Aleph still on the double S. These bursts. Junkmaniac still just having a rough time. Aleph is totally fine on this, 98.8%. He is just hovering. Junkmaniac, on the other hand, maybe having a hard time reacting to the notes. Aim all over the place right now.
It might be an AR 10.3 issue. The high AR DT can counter some players, and it seems to be making Junkmaniac a bit more uncomfortable here than maybe he'd want. But Aleph, still 99%, still full comboing, no problems here for Aleph.
These linear patterns, very difficult to hit, very easy to throw you off and miss on, but Aleph halfway through the map on that full combo at the break section. Both players seeing each other's scores. Junkmaniac probably already knows things are not going too well for him. No. And honestly, we're kind of at the point now, we're halfway through the map. The score lead is so big that there's probably nothing Junkmaniac can do at this point. We just need to admire Aleph's score.
How far can he take this run, though? This map is a rather legendary DT aim map. It was but it's not going to be an FC here, but that's a great score from Aleph. Rock solid in the first half and still has around 99%. Even though it is OD7, it's lower OD than the other DT maps, it's still quite tight. And the accuracy is still very good considering the aim, well, the aim control you need as well as the aim jump aim because of the awkwardness. Aleph, no problems dealing with any of that.
These patterns, very crazy to be hitting Aleph. He is on a tear right now. Almost 600,000 point lead. He misses right at the end, but very dominant performance here on this map. Gold dust. AR 10.3, I think, maybe just being a bit tricky for Junkmaniac right now.
Yeah, he definitely struggled with that one. Whether it was a reading issue or possibly a speed issue, it definitely hard countered him, and it was a great pick. But again, Aleph with another outstanding score. That's a brilliant score for this map. It's a 4 miss with very high AC. So we've seen him on, well, 2 DTs. We've seen him on a Hard Rock. And we've also seen him on the number 4 as well. On all 4 maps, he's looked very good.
He's looked very strong indeed. I mean, Hard Rock 2 did seem like Junkmaniac had his best chance on the aim, and now he's going into Hidden 3. I mean, he could have tried to cap, maybe going for, if he wants to do Hidden, maybe Hidden 1, right? But I guess it depends on the patterns, right? Hidden 3, I guess maybe just being his better option, he feels. And also, he's doing a pretty good job for the people ahead in the bracket as well. By expanding all on these maps, right? It's giving other people knowledge of how these people can play. So it's more information being given.
Yeah, true. It's certainly it's a wider breadth, I suppose, for whoever wins this. They have more data to work with in the semi-final match, right? Now, actually, that's a good point. I mean, sometimes, maybe in a matchup like this, especially when you're playing on the same day, the player's probably going to feel a similar way in future matches. That information could be really useful if on that day they just happen to be dropping the ball on something like a precision map or something. So they'll know that now. This map, though, completely different to what we've seen so far, so I can imagine Junkmaniac just trying to throw the ball out in a different direction to see if it works. At the moment, though, I think he dropped a few of those streams. His AC is down, so at the moment, Junkmaniac struggling quite a bit. Aleph still rocking a high AC as well. He's looking good again.
Yeah, as usual, as we see in this match, Aleph still on the full combo. He drops the full combo, never mind. Junkmaniac now in the lead for combo, but accuracy not doing him any favors. He did miss earlier on as well. 3% accuracy difference, and these patterns, man, you really need to be careful with these sliders into the streams. Maintain your speed. Stay on track.
Seems to have settled himself quite well, Junkmaniac. Dropping a few patterns at the start, but in that first main drop, rock solid, and he's looking on course to possibly take the lead if he can keep his nerve. Aleph recovering nicely as well, but Junkmaniac definitely looking a lot better now. He's managed to settle himself into this map now a little bit.
Yeah, we're at like somewhat of an easier section. Don't get tripped up by the sliders.
Oh no, I mean, it's a slower section, but this map being quite long and this sort of cut stream flow style, it's one of the harder maps in the tournament setting to play. So any pattern with anything to do with like 1-4s is very breakable, even in slow parts.
And especially with Hidden, adding that factor in as well. Oh, Junkmaniac! He got the score down to 17,000 points, and unlucky break. Now Aleph in the driver's seat, but he also breaks, but the score lead is now at 63,000. That went up drastically from all the accuracy drops and the misses, and things aren't looking too good. We get another break, can compare from the previous break and see that things are getting worse. Junkmaniac really got to lock in, man.
Yeah, he's got to lock in, but it's not over yet. 70k is doable. The next
Very
section,
doable.
if Aleph finds another break and Junk manages to keep his nerve, because he did look good on the streams earlier, it's certainly possible to come back. He's got to keep believing. He needs something from Aleph, though. Aleph absolutely has to break again to make anything work.
Oh, and he does. There you go.
Right on cue.
It's still going in favor of him, though, because Junkmaniac finds quite a lot of 100s in that section. The combo's important, and he finds a miss right before the last Ki, as not we'd want to see. Now we're at 82,000. Things are looking grim.
It ain't looking good, man, here for Junk. Another break there.
No.
Aleph recovering again. All he needs to do now is really just avoid any major calamity. Doesn't need, as long as he vaguely gets through these patterns, he should be okay. But a good attempt, though, from Junkmaniac. Nice recovery. Aleph gets another break. But surely there's not enough time left here for the Singaporean.
What a performance. Aleph has been... He's been killing every map. And Junkmaniac, the difference between this Seed 3 and Seed 6, Junkmaniac played very well. And the fact that this was still a 5-0 is insane to me.
Yeah, Aleph is the big player for the big occasion. Coming over from Spain and looking to take this tournament. He is into the semi-finals of EPIC44. And
Oh my.
woe betide anyone facing this guy. He hasn't dropped a single map yet. 10-0.
He has not. But looking at this, wow, 2 misses, 3 50s, and he's got the accuracy as well. The HP graph. Pretty funny.
Oh yeah, nice little valley there.
Right down there, right, just a giant hole. But yeah, Aleph, straight out of there. He is just in and out, C3 through quarter-finals.
Yeah.
Into semis.
Into the semis. What a performance. He's here to win it. He is definitely here to win it. And on that performance, a wide spread of maps we saw, especially on DT, but we saw plenty of control as well. He looked good on everything. That hidden 3 was a bit tricky, but still 400k plus on that with that style of map is solid. And that map is so hard to be consistent on, so it's still a good score. And the rest of his scores were impeccable, especially that double time 1. That gold dust score,
yeah,
it's going to be hard to beat.
Oh yeah, and just to state the obvious, the map pool does not change between the rounds. The bracket stage, map pool stays the same through each round, even up until grand finals. So people playing against these players, they'll know what they want to pick. They'll know maybe they're not playing this well today. Maybe they're not playing this well today. Maybe they're playing this good today, and they know not to pick that against them. So a lot of knowledge as it goes on. We can see how consistent these players are at getting the same score maybe over and over again. But look at this bracket. We are now already down to 4 players.
Yep, our top 4, and I believe that is actually our top 4 from qualifiers. I think the seeding has worked out, I believe. Rudge seed 1 against Velcro Shoes, seed 4.
Yep.
And then Aleph seed 3 taking on Mahmood, who is seed 2 in our semis, and those are 2 very stacked matchups, actually.
Yep. And the loser of both of these matches will get to play another match just to determine who 3rd place, 4th place is. But yeah, that is the last of the quarterfinals. We'll see you again in 31 minutes from now, as you can see on screen, for the Rudge versus Velcro Shoes match semi-finals.
Yep, stay tuned for that. Plenty more happening. And of course, after that, the final will also be happening later today. I believe it's scheduled for 19:30 UTC. All things going well. So plenty happening all the way through the day today here at Epic. It's going to be good.
It's going to be good.
It's going to be good.
See you next time.
path to the sun has begun. Don't ever be afraid, forever our fates are made. Everywhere there's better days, we have future here to stay. I'm peeling back the skin from the person I've been. Don't wanna be tied down, can you see the light? Throw your face to the stars, far away, lift no scars. It's written in my cards, this is my reality. This is my reality. This is my reality. Feel like the skin, I'm not the person I've been. We're heavy hitters, we deliver, yeah.
Never stop gaming.